Good evening, students. We'll wait 2 more minutes for everybody else and then we'll start. Good evening. How are y'all? Good evening. Hello. Is my voice audible? All clear? Come on, guys. Yeah. Good evening, all. Welcome to your first online lecture of class 11th. Before starting and diving into the chapter, let us introduce ourselves. So, myself, Keval Parmar, as you can see the name on the screen, I teach mathematics and I will be teaching mathematics for you all in the coming months and probably next year. So, good evening again to all. I hope you are ready to learn mathematics. Everyone, okay? Is my voice clear and video clear? All good? Give me a thumbs up. I hope to make the session more interactive if you could. So guess you guys are all at your home, right, for your Diwali vacations. Still, you are attending. So I guess I am very proud of you. Very good. Keep attending lectures. Also, if any issues, kindly prompt and you can message also or you can unmute yourselves too. So let's start. I hope in the school or in the previous months you have been given all the introductions of basically like how JEE means the procedure is, how to study and all. If not, if you have still any doubts, you can tell me. So we'll take a separate session there of the portion of the coverage, how to study, the portion of JEE mains and so on. So, if any doubt, you can say we can arrange a separate session further into the lecture only, and we'll discuss that. But I hope you have all been through that. Why JEE is important, why we have to study the way we study so much. That's why. So let's start. Are you all ready? You guys are from JNV Hyderabad, right? Yes or no? Hyderabad JNV, correct na? Is my voice audible, guys? Come on. नो वन घर पे एकदम क्या फुल ऐसा if you can you please attend the lectures like with a book and pen if not it's fine I can understand during these days but at least make it interactive so that we don't get bored or the session doesn't get so boring that you feel like you should keep it and do something else. So yeah, I'm still waiting for a reply. Are we good to go? Any voice and all is clear? Yeah. Hello. There are four people. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. One of them said yes. Okay. Bhavana. Fine. Chalo. Let's start. As you can see, which topic are we going to do? It's sequence and series. So yeah, as we are somewhat late and the previous topics I hope you have covered in your school. So here we'll be starting with sequence and series and then we'll proceed according to your modules, correct? So let's first start sequence and series. So what is basically sequence and series? So today let's take an example and I hope you give me an answer to this. Many a times like जब Hindi English is fine, right? So when we were small, usually मैं तो क्या करता whenever like we used to get pocket money, right? So from that pocket money, some of them we used to store somewhere, and mostly that used to be a piggy bank. If you remember, we still have that, and I still personally have that. I hope you remember the piggy banks, how they used to come back in the days. So I did very like from my pocket money, I used to save some and put it in the piggy bank. And then when I broke the piggy bank or I opened the piggy bank, many chiller, जो हम लोग बोलते हैं, all the coins used to come. So basically, that is such. I hope you know this piggy bank. Come on. So let's say first Jan, I deposited rupees 100, second Jan, and after every coming day, I put 20 rupees into the piggy bank. So if I say till 6th Jan I did this, correct? 1 second. Yeah. Till 6th Jan I did this. So total money will be 100. After second Jan will be 120, third Jan 140, 160, 180, 200, and so on. So if I want, like if I'm saving for something, I want to take, most of the times today's kids, you guys must be taking like mobile phones and all. But back in the day, we used to take like cricket balls and all. So suppose I want to save rupees 1000. So as you can see, up to 6th Jan, I have rupees 200. So if I want to save up to rupees 1000, what do you think? What will be the date here? What up to which date I have to keep depositing 20 rupees into the piggy bank so that I get rupees 1000. Now, if we do manual calculations, it will be tiring, but we can still do it. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the subject here. Let how to do manual calculations. Most of you all must have the answer, but very good. Let's see how we can do this. So you can see in the next slide. 1 second. Yeah. Here again we have another example which says double number of mathematics questions you practice every month. So month wise हम लोग क्या करेंगे, mathematics question जो भी है उसको क्या करते रहेंगे, double. So obviously let's say in January, 1 second, I think. Yeah. So if I double it every month, suppose in January I'm doing 2 questions per day, correct? Next in February I'm doing 4 questions. If I basically double the questions. Next in March I'll be doing 8, 16, 32, and so on. So what do you think? This is again a generalization. Up to December, what number of questions I'll do in December? So again, we can calculate manually because we are already on June. June is the 6th month. So from 6th to December, it's 12. So basically, we have to double it. But we can obviously do it manually. But the logic behind is something else. So let me say what is meant by sequence. So as you see that here our learning objective is mainly what is sequence and other is what is series, basically the name of the chapter. So in the first example, if you remember here, this total money forms a sequence or a pattern. This pattern you can say is 100, 120, 140, 160, 180 and 200. So it's a definitive pattern that is every month my 20 rupees is getting increasing. So first month it was 100, second Jan or every day 120, 140, 160, 180 and so on. So What's the pattern here? As you can see, it is 20, 20, 20, and so on. So pattern or ordered list is called a sequence. Whenever there is a set of numbers with comma, 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 as you can see here, and there is a definitive pattern among them. Here the pattern is the difference is 20. So such a pattern is called a sequence. And let's say suppose this, you already saw the second example. So here in the second example it is same, that is here the pattern is the numbers are getting doubled. That means from 2 to 4 twice, 4 to 8 twice, 8 to 16 twice, and so on. So here pattern and ordered list, that means this is also a sequence. This is also a sequence. So let's move and define a sequence or basic terminology of a sequence, which says sequence is an ordered list of objects. Ordered list means I hope you remember what are an ordered list. Ordered list means there is specific order or specific pattern that happens in a number. Here we see only numbers, but mostly in mathematics we talk about numbers. That's why we are talking about numbers. But it is not restricted to numbers. It can be in many other things. So here are the notations. First term. First term is denoted by A1. Second term. Second term is denoted by A2. Third term is denoted by A3. Fourth term by A4. Fifth term by A5, and so on. One second. Yeah. So fourth term is denoted by A4, and you can say so on. So in general, if I want to see nth term, what will nth term be denoted by? It will be denoted by AN. So now nth term is generally called the general term. General term means that by putting values of n, अगर मैंने n को यहाँ पे 1 रखा, if I put n equals to 1, I'll get the first term. If I put n equals to 2, I'll get the second term, and so on. So by putting value of n, I get the number of terms. That's why n is called the general term. Let's move on to the next, or the general form of a sequence. General form of sequence means the first term is A1. So any sequence can also or always be written as first term, comma, second term, comma, third term, comma, dot, 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 last term. We generally don't say last term, we say nth term, because we don't know whether it is the last term or not. So that's why we say it nth term. Let's move on to the next. Yeah. Here, if I see this sequence, what is the first term? First term means the first term, that is this. So A1 is 100, A2 is 120. Now here the sequence doesn't end, it goes on. If you remember the example, it goes on until when I have rupees 1000 in my piggy bank. So here nth term will be rupees 1000. So let's see that. And so on. So here, what will be the first term? 2, second term, 4, third term, 8, and so on. Finding the general term. Now, this is the most important, because in both of the examples, if you know, I got the end term as 100. Now, to find the general term, a term which represents all of the sequence, is very simple. We just need to notice a pattern. Let's see, here we see the pattern was 20 adding 20. Here it was multiplying 2. So what was the pattern basically here? Let's see the first one. 140 and so on. So here you can see AN, A1. What was A1? A1 was 80 plus 20 into 1. That is 100. A2. A2 was 80 plus 20 into 2. So as you can see, these numbers are changing. Rest of all is same. So if I want to generalize it, I can write AN as 80 plus 20. As you can see, 20 is as it is. The numbers which are changing, we put it as n. So here, the number that was changing was into 1, into 2, into 3, into 4, into 5. So we wrote 20n. So this is my general term. Now there is a task for you. Can you find the general term for this? Let's say I'll write the general term of this here. An is equals to. So same, if you can observe the pattern, can you write the general term for this as we did here? Write the first term, second term, third term, and so on. So for you all, let's say I'll give you some 2 minutes is fine for getting the general term. Let's say, oh, sorry. Yeah. What is the general term for this? If you have got some idea about general term, let's see what we can do. Here, as you can see, A1, A2, A3. So basically क्या चल रहा है? Multiply by 2 करना है. किसको? Numbers को. So here, as you can see, A1 is 2 raised to the power 1. Similarly, A2 जो कि 4 है. A2 को I can write as 2 raised to the power 2. So basically it is 2 square. A3 is 2 cube. Look at the screen right there. So similarly, what will be the general term? What is changing? The base 2 is remaining constant, only the powers are changing. And whatever changes, we write it n. We write it as n. So here my general term an will be equals to 2 raised to the power n because the power was changing. So let's move on to the next and see how we can get more terms using general term. So here, let's look at example. So suppose I have some sequence where the general term is given by this. So I have to find the sequence. So it's basically the reverse process of what we did till now. What we did till now, we had a sequence and we found the general term. Now we have the general term and we have to find the sequence. So very simple. Here, an is given. Find the first 5 terms. That means I want A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5. Very simple. How can I get A1? N की जगह पे क्या रख दो? 1. So I'll get 2 into 1 plus 3 which is equals to 5. A2 will be 2 into 2 plus 3 which is equals to 4 plus 3, 7. A3 will be 2 into 3 plus 3 which is equals to 9. A4 2 into 4 plus 3 which is equals to 11. And lastly A5 2 into 5 plus 3 which is equals to 30. So this is the first sum I did just to show you how to approach the question. Now from the next sum I'll give you starting में 1 or 2 minutes and you can give me the answer in the chat box of what the question is. So let's look at the next question which is or series. Now there is a difference between sequence and series and the difference is very minute. What was the sequence? Let us revise again. Sequence is a set of numbers which follow a definite pattern. Now the meaning of series is something very similar. That is, if we add all the numbers in the sequence, we have many numbers in the sequence. If we add them, that then series, then the numbers become series. So basically, what's the difference? It's just that we add the numbers in series and we write the numbers in comma, comma, comma form in sequence. So let's look at it. So if A1, A2, A3 is a sequence, that's what we talked about. Then if we add those numbers, then we get an expression. This expression is called a series. So that's the basic difference between sequence and series. Right? Every time a series will be associated with a sequence. That's what it says here. So this is the series. This will be associated with what sequence? 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on. Now, one of the efficient way means in less space and less ink bachao method. Basically, we can write it as in summation form. We will discuss the summation part much later in the chapter, but it is better to introduce here. That is summation, or you can say sigma. Yeah, I hope you have heard the name sigma or summation. Mainly, you have heard it in physics till now. In maths also there is sigma. That is, if I want to add all this, I can easily write in terms of sigma as this. How to read it? Let me first tell you the notations of sigma. So notation mein, this is sigma. Here we write the start. Here we write the end. And here we write the general term. So this is a notation of sigma. So as you can see here, start. Where does it start? It starts from a equals to 1. Where does it end? It ends at n. And what is the general term? It is ak. So basically sigma notation में क्या करना पड़ता है? Find the start, find the end, and write the general term. So let's say if I put k equals to 1, so I'll get the first term a1. If I put k equals to 2, so I'll get a1 plus a2 and so on. So I hope the process of writing it is clear. Just now I have introduced a notation because in questions many a times they give notations, but we'll be talking it about more deeply later in the chapter. So let's say finite sequence. Now types of sequence here. Finite sequence and finite series. Finite sequence means the name itself, it is key sequence ends. Sequence ends. That means the last term we know. Example this. This ends at 64. Means the first term is 2 and the last term is 64. Now, what will be the other type of sequence? Very common sense. If one of them is finite, then the other will be infinite. So infinite may what we do? We do not know the ending term, or we can say the ending term is like infinity. And as we know, infinity practically does not exist. So basically, the end term also does not exist. Let's see here. Yeah, infinite sequence. Same as I told, it'll be dot 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 means we don't know up to where it goes. Let's move to the next part, which is question. Now it's time to do some questions which we introduced up till now. And same I said, we will give you or I'll give you some time. I hope you respond in the chat box, or you can unmute yourselves and then give me the answer. As we discussed earlier, I want the session to be as interactive as possible. Let's get to know each other first, so that in the upcoming lectures we would be very comfortable in asking questions and so on. Let's see what questions are there. Oh, so we did these questions, like we did the example of this question in the previous slide, but let's use this now. There are two questions, part A and part B, and we have to same find the first 5 terms. So let's find the first 5 terms. That is basically for both. I want A1, A2, A3, A4, and A5. So let's say you can write the numbers you're looking comma 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 in the chat box. So I'll open it. Yeah. Let me get your response here. No one? We have two students with us, Jeevan and Bhavna. Come on, guys. I expect you all to give me an answer. Very simple question. We are just introducing what is sequence and series. Correct? 3, 8, 15, 24, and 35. Superb. Very good. So if I put n equals to 1, I'll get 3. If I put n equals to 2, so I'll get 8. If I put n equals to 3, I'll get 15. If I put n equals to 4, so 6 fours are 24. If I put n equals to 5, 35. Superb. Very good. So yeah, this is the sequence we got. Now let's say suppose for the second one. Yeah. For second one, same we have to find A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. Suppose let's say I'll put 1. 1 is a simplest, so that I'll do 1 plus 5, 6 by 4 into 1. So basically I'll get 3 by 2. 2 square is 4 plus 5, 9 by 4 into 2. So basically I'll get 9 by 2. Right na? 3. So 9 plus 4, 14 by 4 into 3. So 7 by 2 into 3. 7, 21 by 2. I hope I am correct. Please cross check it with me. Let me tell you, my calculation is super weak. So I hope you help me, and if any mistake you can point it out. Okay. A4, 4, 4 for the cut, 4 square, 16 plus 5, 21 हो जाएगा, right? And 5, 5 square, 25 plus 5, 30 by 4, 15 by 2 into 5. So 75 by 2, I hope. I hope this all the answers written is correct. This is basically very simple questions we are doing. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah. Write the first 5 terms of the sequences. Here we have been given A1 and obtain the corresponding series. So we have to write the first 5 terms again. So we'll write A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, out of which we have been given A1. So what is A1? A1 is 3. We are also given AN ka value. AN ka value is AN is equals to 3 into A n minus 1 plus 2. So we already have A1. So no need to find A1 again. We'll rewrite A2. So what will be A2? A2 will be 3 into A1 plus 2. So that means 3 3 is a 9 plus 2, 11. A3 will be 3 into A2 plus 2. So that means 33 plus 2, 35. A4 will be 3 into A3 plus 2. So what is A3? 35 threes are. Now it's time for you to calculate. 35 threes, I think it's 105. 105 plus 2, 107. And A5 is 3, A4 plus 2. So 107 into 3, 21, 321, I guess. 321 plus 2, 323. So these are my answers. And they have said obtain the corresponding series. Means just write this sequence by adding and get an expression. So corresponding series will be 3 plus 11 plus 35, sorry, plus 107 plus 323. This is my corresponding series. Got it? As simple as that. Are you all there with me? If it is clear, then give me a thumbs up. There is an option of thumbs up here, so you can give me a thumbs up. Yes, come on guys. So I'll know कि हाँ लोग है यहाँ पे. You are just not like joining and leaving the phone. All good till here? Yes, superb. Chalo. Where is the other one? Jeevan. Are you there? Are you there or? Yeah, okay, superb. Chalo. Let's see the next. I hope you know the Fibonacci sequence, or you must have heard what is the Fibonacci sequence. Read the question, 1 minute. the Fibonacci sequence. Find the ratio for n equals to 1 to 3. So here again, basically if I put n 1 to 5, I want to find a2 upon a1, a3 upon a2, correct? a4 upon a3, then a5 upon a4, then a6 upon a5. Huh. I have to find these ratios, and I am a1 and a2 is given. So basically this is so 1 upon 1, so I got 1 this. We have been given the expression of an. So a3 upon a2. To find a3, I need to use this expression. So let's find a3 from here. I'll get a3 will be equals to a2 plus a1. What is a2 plus a1? It will be 2. Similarly, a4 will be equal to a3 plus a2. a3 is 2, a2 is 1, so I'll get 3. So basically the sequence that we get, that is a1, a2, a3, if we put the values, that sequence is special sequence which is the Fibonacci sequence. If you are interested in studying what is Fibonacci sequence, it has huge number of applications in all of mathematics. We might not see it, but in our daily lives also we see Fibonacci sequence many times. We might not like know it. Yeah, this is a Fibonacci sequence in real life examples. But yeah, if you want to learn more, you can Google it. It is very easily given in Wikipedia and all, and we'll discuss it. We'll not discuss it here, the Fibonacci sequence, as it is not needed here. It is just a concept which you can easily grab it online. So let's look at here. Let's find the answers. So a5 will be a4 plus a3. a4 is 3, so 3 plus 2, 5. And lastly a6 will be a5 plus a4. So this will be 8. So I think we got the ratio. a3 upon a2 will be 2 upon 1, which is 2. a4 upon a3, which is 3 by 2. a5 upon a4, which is 5 by 3. a6 upon a5, which is 8 by 5. Got it? So yeah, this is all done. Let's see the next question. Yeah. Come on, this is a very simple question. I want you all to attempt it. For this, I need to find A17 and A24. And for this, I need to find A20. Come on, let's see. A20 and here. First, give me the answers. Come on, guys. Let's start. Come on, I'm waiting. 17 का टेबल आता है 17 और 24 का. You'll need it, right? 17 into 4. What is 17 into 4? Come on. Jeevan and Bhavna. You all are from Hyderabad or Hyderabad region, right? 6593. Superb. So A17 means 4 into 17 minus 3, with 17 fours are 71, right? 68, sorry. And 68 minus 3 is 65. And here we have 4 into 24 minus 3. 24 fours is 96 minus 3, 93. Superb. Very good. What's the answer for this? A20. A20. Come on, n की जगह पे 20 रखना है. A20. Come on, guys. No one? क्या हुआ? All good? क्या होगा बोलो? -1 raised to 20 minus 1 is 19 into 20 raised to power 3. So -1 raised to odd. अच्छा, you got it. -800. Superb, superb, very good. So this will be -1 into 800. -1 raised to odd power, right? So this is basically -800. Very good. Let's end these boring questions, all calculative sum, and let's summarize what we have done till now. So these are some summary points, which is a sequence is an arrangement of numbers in definitive order according to some rule. As we know, you know the summary. Summary is we know that, we know that, we know that. Just in a bullet points it is given. So let's avoid the second definition. I think because you are not aware of the functions and all, so we'll not look at second. Let's see third. Finite numbers of terms is called finite sequence. Third is infinite number of terms is called infinite sequence. And if A1, A2, A3, A4 be the sequence, then while adding it, this expression is called a series. And lastly, same is with finite and infinite series. Finite series when it has got finite number of terms, and infinite series when it has got infinite number of terms. Now, let's look at the main part, or I'll say this is where the chapter starts, which is our next topic and the most important topic. These are some questions of NCERT. You can refer them, or you can learn, or you can solve them basically for going to introduction. Main part of the chapter starts here, that is for entrance exam, which is, as you can see, arithmetic progression. I know you have studied AP. प्यार से इसको AP बुलाते हैं. You have studied AP in basically last year, which is 10th standard, right? But this is basically a revision, and we'll do more advanced questions. Some of them are if you can recollect, it'll be from 10th standard only. But let's look at first what is meant by AP. Do you remember the first example we did of the piggy bank and money? Do you remember the first example? The first example का sequence जो था ना 100, 120, 140, 160 and so on. That sequence was an AP. That sequence was an AP. So here these are learning objectives here, which are introduction to AP, introduction to arithmetic progression, general term and sum of n terms. Now we have three progressions, if you can see: arithmetic, geometric and harmonic. All of these three progressions we'll be doing in the same order. The most important is the general term and the sum of all terms. So let's start with AP here. Yeah. Do you recall the same example as we called? This is the same example with the money in the piggy bank one. So here, the difference you can see is always constant. So whenever we have this pattern in a particular sequence, that is, difference between two consecutive numbers is constant. Here the difference is 20. So this pattern means this sequence is basically an AP. क्या हो रहा है मतलब हर बार we are adding 20, 20, 20. Add 20, add 20, add 20, add 20, add 20. So if such a pattern comes, then we say that the sequence is an arithmetic sequence. Got it? So that is basically, in general, I can say that a term minus the previous term, any term minus the previous term. If k plus 1 is a term, then k is its previous term. That difference is always constant, and that is known as d, which we all know is known as the common difference. Let's see what we have here more about AP. Arithmetic sequence. So this is the arithmetic progression. As you know, if we add the terms in the sequence, the expression we get is called series. So arithmetic series, or more commonly known as arithmetic progression, which we call it as AP. Now let's try to find the general term of AP. I hope we have found the general term way back for the example. So this is what we were talking about, A2 minus A1. All the difference between the consecutive terms is same, and that is equals to D, which is known as common difference. Which is known as common difference. Let's see what we have here more. Yeah, D is a common difference. We already wrote that. Chala. First term, second term, third term, and so on. This is basically the generalization of term. So as you can see here, A1 is the first term. Now, if we equate this, A2 minus A1 is D. So I'll get A2 equals to A1 plus D. Similarly, if we equate this, A3 minus A2 equals to D. So I get A3 equals to A2 plus D. And that means substitute the value of A2 from here. This is basically A2. Substitute it here. So I'll get A1 plus 2D. And such case we can generalize. So देखो, A3 क्या आया? A3 is A1 plus 2D. A4 we got A1 plus 3D. So if I try to write AN, see here 4 है, यहाँ पे 3 है. The first and the last term are remaining constants. That means whatever the term is here, the previous number is here. So that means whenever we have AN, what is the previous number of n? It will be n minus 1. And ये A1 और D तो same ही है. So this is the general term of an AP, which is A1 plus n minus 1 into D. But what is the A1? A1 is the first term, and generally we do not write the first term as A1. We write the first term as small a, just small a, not the subscript A1. So A1 is equals to A. We can write it the same thing. As you can see, the general term of AP. So basically I told you same thing. A1 को हम लोग क्या नहीं लिखते? First term generally is denoted by A. Standard notation है. Got it? Okay. Standard form on AP. So as we know, this is a general term, that is A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 and so on. So if I write this in standard form, so what I'll get is A plus the second term A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 and so on. So basically we have just substituted the values we obtained here. A1 ko A, A2 ko A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D and so on. What do we have next? Next is the summation part, sum of n terms. I hope you remember the formula from your school days. That is, sum of an AP is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. You must have remembered it already, but still we are making notes, or you can say AP is basically a revision of your 10th standard. So sum of is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, or else there are two formulas. First of this is this, and second we can use A1. A1 is the first term plus AN. AN we generally say is the last term or the nth term. So basically we have two formulas. The first one is the more preferred one, but second one is also useful. We'll see in the questions. Sn is n by 2 into first term plus nth term, or you can say first term plus last term. So do you remember our goal? what was our goal when we started AP? There were four things: to study arithmetic sequence, to study arithmetic progression, to get the nth term, and to get the sum of n term. So all of our four goals are completed. So that means we can move on to the questions. So let's see what we have next. Now we have some basic properties of an AP, which is the first one. If a constant is added, subtracted, multiplied, or divided. So let's say I have a constant which I add or subtract or multiply, anything you can do to each term of an AP. So let's say for an example, we have the AP, this. You can see this is an AP. What's the common difference here? The common difference is 8 minus 3, which is 5. 13 minus 8, which is 5. Any you can do. And we multiplied each term with 5. What we'll get is this sequence. 3 को 5 से मल्टीप्लाई किया 15, 8 को 5 से 40, 13 by 65, 18 5 is 90, 23 5 is 115. Now what does this note say that कि if I multiply each term with an constant, then the resulting sequence is also an AP. उसके बाद जो सीक्वेंस मिला ये वाला, ये सीक्वेंस नहीं मिला, ये सीरीज मिली, ये भी क्या है? AP ही है. If you want to check, you can check. What is the common difference here? It is 25. Right? 40 minus 15, 65 minus 40, 90 minus 65. Any you can do. The common difference is 25. The second is we divided the each term by 10. So 3 का हो गया 3 by 10, 8 का 8 by 10, 13 का 13 by 10 and so on. This is also an AP, arithmetic progression. Why? Because the common difference is half. You can check it for yourself. So basically this says कि अगर कोई भी AP में we'll be using this, हाँ, this is a very good property or very helpful property in question. कोई भी number AP में अगर add, subtract, multiply, divide कर दिया तो resulting जो sequence बनेगा that will also be an AP. I think we will do one question or not. Question next time के लिए रखते हैं. As it is the first lecture, let's not burden ourselves, and as long as you are on vacation, you will feel like यहाँ बहुत lectures हो रहे हैं, but please try to attend. Diwali season is coming, so yeah, happy Diwali to all. Because I think these are weekday, you will not be getting Saturday, Sunday. So I'll wish you Diwali before that, but it's still time. So I hope you attend the session. We'll end the session here. It's fine. So let's meet again tomorrow. I hope to see the same faces tomorrow, which are Jeevan, Bhavna, and Santosh. Santosh, I guess, joined recently, right? Before there were only two people. So yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you got something. And next class means tomorrow we'll be doing questions. Correct? Questions on AP. So I hope you remember, at least you have one day remembrance, so we don't have to revise to get, again. Just remember the formula for the nth term and the sum of n terms. Of those formula we'll be doing question. Okay, all good till here? Should we end it? You didn't say which JNV are you from. So I introduced myself. My name is Keval Parmar. I know I said it in the starting. Please, I can read your names obviously. Just say which JNVs are you from? You are from Hyderabad region, right? I guess. Hyderabad and I think Shillong also. So Jeevan, yeah. Which JNV are you from? Haveri. Okay. Bhavna? Shimoga. Okay. And Santosh? Also. Acha, so Santosh and Jeevan, you are friends. Same JNV. Okay, so I hope to see you all tomorrow again. Till then, bye bye everyone. Take care. You can exit. Bye, sir. Bye bye bye. Thank you.